And here's the pointing, getting ready to start.
Yeah, you.
No, and I just looked at stop pointing. We haven't started.
The Taliban just killed 130 kids.
Really?
In Afghanistan.
That's awful.
Come on, yeah, you which did you see that on Fox?
No.
Where did you see
I was doing something on guns, and then I just, because I was expecting the United States to come up as the number one place of people getting shot by firearms.
I don't
so I saw Jamaica and Trinidad among the list of high list. I'll look that up while we're going on. I mean, I'm not trying to dog out the country or anything, but guns are prevalent
that's not what
everywhere.
You're trying to do, but I'm just trying to say that it's all over the world.
I don't know if it's all over the world.
Yes, it's a worldly thing. It's not just Trinidad or just Jamaica, but you know what they want to do? They want to take these little third world countries. I forget. Listen, it's worse in the United States of America.
It is?
Yeah, it is.
It's worse than or worse in?
In United States of America.
Gun homicides and gun ownership by country. Mm-hmm. Anyway, this is from The Guardian, listed by country. Interactive map. Just guns. When I talked about guns the other day, my students, their eyes lit up. They were really excited. And you know what? It shows me that. And they said to me that, people get excited over guns because you've been socialized to do that since being a little kid. And you're watching people shoot guns and, something exciting about guns.
You're not going to have one person going or an organization going and kill 132 kids. You're not going to have that in the Caribbean.
No, I hope not.
No, that's what I'm telling you. It's really not that bad. Okay. It's really not that bad. Sometimes they make it out to be much worse than it is.
All right, so speaking of guns, you were showing me something about some T-shirts in our community, or... Yeah,
well, no, we're gonna get to that. That's like national news.
That's national news?
Yeah, it's national news.
You're kidding.
Seriously.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. Let's go to some local news.
All right.
Maplewood and South Orange Police Department striving for community connection.
I thought this was the national. That's not national news.
No, that's not national.
Okay.
That's local.
Okay.
Oh, that's the one you think I was talking about?
Yeah.
No, that's local. When the Community Coalition on Race approached the South Orange Village trustee in November about passing a resolution condemning actions in Ferguson, Missouri, a very interesting thread arose from the thoughtful discussion. Trustees praised the South Orange and Maplewood Police Department, citing their long-standing work to connect with the communities they protect. While acknowledging the serious social, policing, and judicial issues exposed in Ferguson, Trustee Sheena Collins said she was worried about the creeping anti-police sentiment and wanted to call attention to the work of the South Orange Police Department. I'm very proud of our police department, she said. Village President Alex Torpy and Truster Walter Clark made similar comments. The police chief noticed, I was very impressed that they said that, and in the forum that they did, it was great to hear, said Chief Robert Cimino of the Maplewood Police Department. Maplewood Police Chief Robert Cimino has spent his entire 33-year enforcement career in Maplewood when he became chief about 13 years ago. We operated from the theory of oriented policing for years since the concept started to come about in 1980 and then started to be communicated more through policing ranks into the 90s. Cimino said, a simple explanation of community policing is that it's about making officers aware of building partnership and relationship in the community, as well as representing the goals and values of the community. So we encourage them to go out and go to block parties. That's part of our standard. We want them to engage the people in the neighborhoods and speak to them, not just be a face behind a closed car as they drive through the community. I mean, it's a long article. And they just talk about some effort. Working with two unformed neighborhood association, the Police Crime Prevention Unit linked with these groups, as does the chief. I will go out in certain instances and speak directly to those groups. We have several foot patrol posts, said Cimino. So, but all in all, I have to admit that.
Talking about this line that Semino said the town's also been improving the diversity of the police
Oh
force.
yeah. They were actually looking for people of color just recently.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got to be honest, and I think sometimes that we are very honest about situations. Would you say that?
I'd say so.
Yeah, we tend to like.
Well, we speak our minds. Huh?
Yeah, we tend to call a spade a spade. I think in these communities, I don't think the police in these communities harass black people. Or let me say this. Let me rephrase that. I have never been harassed by the police in South Orange and Maplewood.
Okay. Because I'm sure there's somebody who has.
Yeah. But the majority.
And they said that over the time. I've heard people say over time it's gotten better. I don't think it was always.
Yeah. But I have never been harassed. You know, I've never been pulled over because, you know, I'm driving on Wyoming Avenue, and you know, I shouldn't be in that area. What you doing here? You know, I haven't had that experience with the South Orange and Maplewood police.
Okay. I mean, but I wouldn't expect that to happen here, though.
Why not? You never know.
I would not expect that to happen here. Considering the, demography of the town, the types of people that are here, you wouldn't expect that to happen. Here. I mean, but maybe it doesn't happen here because of the people, or maybe because of the people it doesn't happen.
One time we had to call 911 because Fred Profetta's dog got stuck in our backyard. And I woke up, I saw this big dog. I'm like, whoa, man, what the hell? The dog actually ran away from his wife, get stuck in the backyard, and was sitting there. And I called the police. And, of course, the guy showed up. He didn't.
What was he going to do? Come rifle through your house, looking for something?
He didn't treat me aggressively like they do in other areas of the United States of America.
I remember when we moved here 20 years ago, and I was driving, me and my husband, driving down Valley Street, and the police stopped to pull us over. Like, what are you doing? He says, well, we just moved here. Why, blah, blah, blah. I put your seatbelt on. I mean, like, why were they stopping us? So that was my first run-in with them. Have I run into them again? I don't even remember. So I'm sure I've run into the police before. Yeah, I've run into the police before.
Yeah, I never had any type of negative experience with. It's been positive experience. So I mean, I'm sure.
So what about these T-shirts that you were showing me? What is it? Those are Maplewood South Orange T-shirts. These black T-shirts that you showed me.
No. That's
the national news.
That's the national story.
Ah, so now I see why I'm getting it all confused.
Yeah. That's a national story.
Okay.
Here's another story in the Village Green. Maplewood moving to weekly recycling in 2015 with disputed contractor. Do you know there's a program in Maplewood where you can get a $5,000 loan to fix up your house?
No.
You didn't know
loan?
that? Yes, and you don't have to pay it back.
Well, it's not a loan. It's a grant, then.
Well, I mean, they say it's a loan.
Is it a loan or is it a grant?
You don't have to pay it back.
It's a grant, then.
Okay, it's a grant.
Where's this money at? Where's it at?
I'm serious. All right.
Find me that. But tell me where that article is. I'll look for that while you read the article.
Okay. No, I go through it right here. It's easy for me to find. It's actually on the Maplewood Township website.
Okay.
And it's actually under the Community Coalition race. You got to go to the Maplewood leaflet.
Okay.
And there's this program. It's under the Community Coalition on Race. And they will give you a $5,000 grant, as you would say. Here it is. Housing maintenance loan available from Community Coalition on Race. I told you it was a loan. That's what they say. If you own a home in the defined section of Maplewood and South Orange, and you live in a home full-time, you will be eligible for a home maintenance loan offered by the South Orange Maplewood Community Coalition on Race. The coalition offers these loans to assist homeowners in maintaining attractive neighborhoods that draw and retain people of all races. The program covers maintenance work and improves external home features, including front porches, front steps, shutters, sidewalks, windows, doors, permanent landscaping, gutters, driveways, garages, exterior painting and exterior lighting. Roofing improvement, chimney repairs, and masonry repair are also included.
I could use all those things.
In Maplewood, the eligible areas include some, but not all, neighborhood east of Valley Street.
East of Valley. How do I know what east is?
The black section.
I guess I live east of Valley
It's
Street.
the black section.
Okay, go ahead. But east of Valley Street could be Tuscan, if that's the case.
This anyway. I'm not gonna go there.
Yes, that's all east of Valley.
Okay. Contact the coalition at 973-761-6116 for exact eligible areas in South Orange and Maplewood. The program offers 3-year prime rate loans of up to $5,000 financed by the coalition and administered through Investors Bank. The loan amount is based on written estimates obtained by the applicant from licensed contractors. The loan may not cover the entire cost of the repair, but the total repair must be completed before the loan payout. To apply for the program, you have to call a community coalition and race. We already give you that number. Or you can go to email them at info@twotowns.org.
So what do you think of that, Anselm?
I think it's a good thing. What I like to see, though, is how many people have gotten the loan and who have gotten those loans. Because there's a great possibility that a lot of us don't know about that.
I'm sure there is. You'd have to read and pay attention to things. And who's actually doing that? Who's got time to pay attention?
Well, I read it.
That's because you have a life of leisure.
Life of leisure?
Yeah.
I wish I did.
The rest of us are out here working hard.
Yeah, okay.
9 to 5.
Okay. 8 to 2. 8 to 1:30, man.
Get it right.
What time did you get out today?
I left work at 5 o'clock today.
Is it 4? Is it 5? You said 4, 5 o'clock.
I'm not sure. I think it could have been 4:30.
You got overtime today?
No, I don't get overtime.
You know who we're gonna have in here? You ever heard of a gentleman by the name of Michael Goldberg?
No.
He's a famous guy in South Orange. Very famous guy. I've been told that he's gonna run for the president of South Orange one day. And he's going to be here. You know, first night, South Orange Maplewood?
Yes.
Well, he's kind of spearheading that. It's on December the 31st from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. at Columbia High School. And we have the only first night in Essex County. So you get the idea of first night, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. So after a 2-year break, they are bringing back tradition of a fun, community-oriented celebration to ring the new year with music, dance, food, activities, and entertainment for all ages. So you need to be a part of the team. If you want, well, the next planning meeting is gone. So, that event is on the 31st at Columbia High School. You can buy tickets. Admission is, you can buy tickets at Kitchen Alamode, 19 South Orange Avenue, the Spark House at 15 Scotland Road, the South Orange Library at 65 Scotland Road, BCB Bank at 200 Valley Street. Those are in South Orange. In Maplewood, you can buy it at the Maplewood Memorial Public Library at 51 Baker Street, at the Hilton Branch at 1688 Springfield Avenue, and at King's Supermarket at 159 Maplewood Avenue. From November the 1st through the 24th, it's $15, $16 online, and after December the 24th, at the door is $20, $21 online. So, pretty good. So,
I take back what I said about firearms in Trinidad.
About what?
Firearms. I recant my statement. Retract. It's Honduras, then El Salvador, then